If you want more wins in FC24, you need the right formation along with the custom tactics and instructions. The 4-4-2 is one of the most meta formations this year, and I find one of the most balanced formations, making it easier to use for beginners and experienced players alike. I've been using these custom tactics all week, and now I'm currently 9-1 in champs. I need to finish the rest of my games, but that says it all. I'm not a pro player, and if you want more content like this, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But let's get into it. When you start using these custom tactics, you may hold a few L's. I did, but I think that's the same with all custom tactics really. You need a few games to get used to where the players are and what kind of runs they make. The good thing about this formation is that with the 4-4-2-2, you sort of know where the players are. It is one of the most basic formations, and in these custom tactics we'll only be using two game plans, the defensive and ultra defensive ones. That doesn't mean it's a defensive formation, but the ultra defensive one basically is the exact same thing with the depth a little bit further back, so we won't go over that. We'll get straight into the defensive game plan, which we use 99% of the time. So for defensive style, we have balanced width. You're probably thinking that's quite low, 30. It is low. It keeps the defense really narrow and compact. So what I would say is, if you play a few games and you're getting destroyed on the wings, maybe increase this slightly. But I'm finding it really good having a compact defense and just manually defending the wings. Depth, we've got 70. That's quite a high depth. I want to put pressure on the opponents when they're trying to keep possession. Offense, build up play, we've got balanced, chance creation, direct passing. I just love direct passing. I put it on any tactic I use really. Width in the offense, we've got 30 again. It's not too narrow for me, honestly. I'm finding 30 is perfect. I was using 40, 50, I was finding the players were too spread out. I didn't have as many options. So yeah, I'm liking 30 width in both defense and offense with this formation. Players in box, we've got 5 out of 10. We want them to commit but not overcommit, and that's the same with the corners and free kicks really. We've got 2 out of 5 for each of those. Now for the instructions we're using on each of the players. Alisson, the goalkeeper, we've got comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. I think it makes him a tad bit more aggressive, but I don't think it has too much of an impact. Goalkeepers in FC24, they're terrible. I've had enough of them. I'm not even going to talk about it no more. Zanetti, the right back, stay back while attacking, run type, overlap. So he's always going to stay back, and when he does go forward, it's going to be on the outside, an overlapping run. If you do want him to go forward, trigger a run using L1 or LB on Xbox, or carry the ball forward with him. The two centre backs, we've left them alone. The left back, we've got on stay back while attacking and overlap. That is the same as the right back. Again, they're usually going to stay back, and if you want them to go forward, either carry the ball or trigger a run using L1 or LB or a 1-2 or something like that. So the defenders, they're usually going to be in position. Now the two central midfielders, we've got one on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking and cover center. The other we've got on balance and cover center. So the balanced one is going to have more freedom to join the attack when you are attacking, and this one's going to stay back and try and disrupt the attacking play from your opponent. The left midfielder we've got on come back on defense, get in behind, get into the box for cross. Kind of contradictory, those instructions, but what's going to happen with them is when you're defending, they're going to retreat and sit in front of the left back. When you're attacking, they're going to fly forward. That is the exact same as we've got on the right midfielder. However, just because this is Mo Salah with the finesse shot playstyle plus chance creation, we've got cut inside. However, we still have him on come back on defense, get in behind and get into the box for cross. So as I said, when you're defending, your left and right midfielder, they're going to drop back, but when you're attacking, they're going to fly forward. The two strikers, so we've got them on getting behind as the attacking runs and stay forward. The other one, getting behind and stay forward. These two are always going to be up top. They're going to leave the rest of the team to do the defending, but I find you have 8 defenders. That's enough. The left midfielder, right midfielder come back, the two central midfielders will be there, and the back 4 are going to be there because they're all on stay back while attacking. So yeah, your two strikers, they're going to stay up top. Now quickly going over the players you should have for each position. The goalkeeper, just get the best goalkeeper you can, the highest rated one, the tallest one. Honestly, I don't think goalkeepers are too great this year. For the right back and left back, they need to be fast, powerful and good at defending. Similarly to the centre backs, really fast, powerful, good at defending. I mean, right backs, you could have someone like Walker. Left back, Theo Hernandez is a great example. Centre backs, Van Dijk, Lucio, Blanc, these types of defenders. Those are the sort of players you should have in your defence. In the centre of midfield, have players that are really good defensively, but also good at attacking if they need to. Joelinton, Loftus-Cheek, great examples. I think if I had the option, I would have someone a bit more defensive as the stay back, cut passing lanes CDM, and the other one more well-rounded. I think both of these are pretty well-rounded. Yeah, I'd probably get someone a bit more defensive in there. For the right midfielder and left midfielder, you ideally want someone with a lot of stamina because they're going to be running up and down a lot. But yeah, they're going to need to be quick, good at attacking, good at dribbling, because they're going to need to be tricky on those wings. And the guys up top, they just need to be killers. I mean, Griezmann, Cantona, they are great examples. Even for the wings, Martinelli, Salah, great examples. Just really good attackers, really fast, can shoot. The finesse shot playstyle plus, I mean, that's broken. So if you want a cheat code, use players with that. Get your Sons, get your Salahs. But yeah, I think these are the sorts of players you need in these positions. If you're finding the video useful, please give it a quick like. It will help us out a lot. But I'm going to get into some quick in-game examples of how the formation works. So here's a great example of turning defense into attack. You can see how compact we are in defense. Mbappe can't get into the box, and then he plays it out to Salah, who's keeping it wide at the moment. Even though the width is 30, they're still quite wide. Ball over the top to Griezmann. I'm finding those lobbed through balls extremely OP at the moment, and Griezmann with the nasty finish. Here, they try and get forward from the goal kick. Makelele's long ball is intercepted. The four defenders are quite narrow there, so you do need to watch out for the wings, but we defend that one well. We get a lucky bounce there. Joelinton, Griezmann into Martinelli. Griezmann gets it back, and as I said, the finesse shot playstyle plus is broken.
Hey, disconnected.
And he's gone. I want to show you this counter attack from this corner because you're going to see how aggressive the front four are. Martinelli gets it back on the edge of the box. Look at the runs we've got here. Griezmann. Martinelli's continued his run. Look at Salah busted his neck to get forward, but Griezmann is able to finish. Cantona's there as well, so you do have a lot of options in attack. Here, Joelinton wins it back in the midfield, and you can see the front four. We've just got a lot of options in attack. Mendy, unlucky with the header. We get a lucky bounce there, and Griezmann finishes. Here in defense, you can see how compact and difficult it is. You've got the four defenders right in front of the box and the four midfielders just in front of them. They're going to find it really hard to get space here, and eventually we win the ball back. And there's a brilliant attack forming on the right hand side, a nice little triangle there. Salah, you can see the four attackers, they're already forward. Cantona with some space in the middle dinks it over the keeper. That was a really good counter attack, and it just shows how quickly you can turn defense into attack with this formation. So here, the opponent is going to attack us. You can see where the defenders are and where the midfielders are. Almost exactly where you'd expect. Just Salah slightly out of position at the moment, but you've got the basically flat back four, keeping quite narrow, and then you've got the four right in front of them, the right midfielder and left midfielder on comeback on defense, the two central midfielders, the CDMs, where they're meant to be. As I've mentioned, it is a little bit narrow. You can see on the left wing for the opponent, they do have a bit of space there, so you will need to manually defend the wings. But once you've got that unlocked, I think it should be okay. But if you're struggling with that, I would set the width of your defense slightly wider, maybe to like 40 or so. Here's a great example of the defensive structure. You can see the back four is there with the four midfielders right in front, and it's just going to be really hard to break that down. We eventually get the tackle with Zanetti. As I said, I would use this for more than a few games just to get used to it, but I really like the 4-4-2 this year because it's such a balanced formation. You know where the players are. In defense, you've got the four at the back and the four right in front because the left and right midfielder come back, and in attack they fly forward, so you've got a lot of options in attack, and you also have the two strikers that are staying forward. I'm currently 9-1 in champs with this. I'm not a pro player, as I mentioned, so that sort of says it all. Of course, I have 10 games to go. I could lose all 10, but it's a really good start. It's been strong in the past week for me, and I'm really enjoying using it, to be honest. I'm actually going to leave a 4-3-2-1 custom tactics video down below if you don't want to use the 4-4-2. I think a lot of the pro players are using a 4-3-2-1 actually, so yeah, go take a look at that. It's been your boy Roomrix. Take care.